Welcome everyone to Mets baseball recap for May 14th. It's really hot in this room right now. We got a game to discuss, but we're gonna start things off with a big down because the Mets lost 3-2, snapping their 7-game winning streak. We're also gonna give it down to the Mets offense today. That was just not there at all. 6 hits today, with the worst being Alonso striking out 4 times. So we're going to give Alonso a big down. And maybe it's time Alonso gets a day off and put some Dominic Smith at first. And let him just reflect on that because he's been off. And I don't know if it's the home run or the Chili Davis. Whatever it is, something is off with Alonso. He's been off. He's been on and off. But now he's just off completely, and he is just not hitting at all. The Mets today, which Lindor struck out 3 times, so we'll give Lindor down 2. They were doing all the bad things they were doing once again, swinging at terrible pitches. McNeil swung at a pitch over his head for some reason. I thought that was a good idea. The Mets were actually being no hit at one point through the first 4 innings. First 4 innings, the Mets were being no hit, and the Mets would then break that no hitter after Kevin Pillar got a single, and then Jonathan Villar hit a home run to give the Mets a 2-0 lead. So we gotta give where's my ups? Here we go. Up. We gotta give it up to Pillar for breaking the no hitter. Up for Villar. For giving the Mets the lead and hitting his second home run of the year. We're also going to give it up to Dave Peterson. Dave Peterson has his name, right? Oh my God, I feel so bad if I said this so bad. David Peterson. I'm not crazy. For some reason, I was thinking of the old bullpen coach. But anyway, yeah. So Peterson pitched 7 1/3 innings, gave up two runs, both of them being earned, and they came in the 8th inning. In the 8th inning, we have to talk about how the bullpen was used in that 8th inning, because the bullpen for the Mets had been very, very good up to this point, and even today they were in danger. And they got out of it with minimal damage, but unfortunately the Mets had no offense, so basically they let this one slip. But in the 8th inning, Peterson gives up a home run, then gives up a double, and then gives up another hit. Or the next, Trevor May comes in, and he gives up a hit, which leads to the game getting tied. Now, I have talked to my cousin, I talked to my father about this, and I feel like there were so many different ways you could have managed that inning. One, as soon as Peterson gave the home run, pull him from the game. Because usually pitchers who are dominant and then all of a sudden give up a home run like that tend to lose it. Or they tend to have it. But the Mets bullpen's been so good, so maybe not put the Mets bullpen in a position that they had to be perfect. They were only winning by 1 run at this point. But either way, I think pulling him from the game after he gave up that double, I believe he did get an out, and you decided to pull him anyway. So at that point, I'm like, leave him in there, but didn't go that way. May comes in, and May ends up giving up a base hit that ties his game, that lets his game get tied. 9th inning comes, Castro does the one thing that you don't do. The one thing you don't do. The 2 things you don't do. So we're going to give a big down. We'll give 2 downs for that one. You don't walk people. Walks lead to runs, and that's exactly what ended up happening. The bases were loaded. 2 outs, first pitch, base hit, and the Mets lose. So Castro gets the loss on that because he put those runners on. He did give up a hit, but he walked 2 people, and almost hits Loop almost hits somebody. And I'm like, oh my God, Loop's gonna hit this guy and we're gonna lose, but that wasn't the case. Loop ended up giving the base hit that gave him the loss. That's why Castro lost. It's complicated. It's not complicated at all. I'm just, again, the Mets left 6 runners on base. But the strikeout numbers, the Mets had 11 strikeouts, which is a terrible number. 3 by Lindor, 4 by Alonso, 2 by Villar, 1 by Smith, 1 by McNeil. You're not going to win ball games when you're striking out. You got to put that ball in play. Make things happen. The Rays had 2 errors. And one of them, could have possibly led to the Mets taking the lead, but it didn't happen. No, they got out of it. But, again, this happens, and it is what it is. Well, the Mets will play the Rays tomorrow at 1:10, and we'll be back here with Mets baseball recap later in the day. Will not be right after it because I'm busy. I won't be around. But hopefully the Mets could bounce back and win. Unfortunately, the Phillies did win today, which means I think there might be a virtual tie. Let's see what the standings are at the moment. There's Mets are a half a game over at the moment. And also, who made the Mets schedule? I mean, honestly, the Mets had 2 days off this week. Made no sense. Guys, make sure to hit subscribe. Make sure to hit like. It helps. I thought the other day someone hit it down and then they took it away. I'm like, oh, thank glory. That was no reason for you to down the video. I mean, I didn't do anything bad. I didn't say anything bad. I said being honest. And the Mets won. So, yeah. Anyway, let's talk about this later on. Hopefully, like I said, the Mets will bounce back and win tomorrow. Till then, guys, have a good night and see you tomorrow.